her son and her husband went to go get water from the well.
Okay.
And that's what you find.
Okay. He'll leave the tent and take a quick peek inside of the others, not going in. He'll just look inside.
You kind of seem the same thing. There's like signs of a campsite that still has its items, but they were put away like the people were expected to return. But you're seeing signs that they did not return.
So this is like having a cabin in the woods where you just have a place to go on vacation. We learned that the family likes to go on vacation in the woods occasionally.
Yes.
So this is probably what they want, although it's kind of weird that they just leave their tents out in the open, because tents are more worn with weather than a cabin. But yeah, so he will, after just looking around, he'll head back to the party and say, "This is the site that the family was vacationing. They said that the mother and the daughter would come here and something about that, and then the father and the son weren't able to make it. Uh, so we haven't found the mother and daughter yet. But he'll take out the photo and like hand it to Ira.
I thought the mother is alive and living in town.
Yeah,
Or is
so
this a different family?
you remember reading a journal entry of the little girl of the family about how her mother is taking her to the mainland to try and find a better doctor for their son, for her brother.
Right.
So last you remember, the mother and the daughter are supposedly at the mainland.
So who was the lady in town then?
That was a different woman. That was the wife of the deceased Ian fellow who was on the ship that Xerix was talking to. And then Xerix could not save in unknown circumstances.
he did his best, but was unable to rescue him.
Yeah.
From certain death.
From certain death, from accidentally going overboard.
He somehow got a kick to the chest and ended up overboard.
Yeah. That's who that woman was.
He'll give Ira both the photo and the note.
No, they're... Oh, okay, yeah. Sorry. I was getting mixed up.
Yeah, because there was Chancellor Ian McLear who died on the boat. And you guys went to his wife, Tara McLear.
And then there's Lord McIre.
Yes. Lord McIre was the
So this is their campsite.
Yes. That's what it appears to be.
I only did the quick look-see, so we can go back and look at more clues, but this is all I found. Should we look around some more? I just wanted to come back and tell you it's safe to look
around. Yeah, let's
take a look.
Take a look.
Okay. Go ahead and everyone roll. Or go ahead. What were you saying?
This is where the drag marks for Shadow went, or the footprints for Shadow went.
Yeah. They've kind of faded, so you can't really find where they've gone, but they headed down this hill and they kind of disappeared around here.
right. You want us to roll investigation?
Yeah, if you guys are going to start checking out the tents, or if you're going to start, breaking into barrels and stuff.
What happened? Sorry, I'm back.
Xerix went down into the tent, into the campsite, and there's no living people that he's seen. He found a journal that appears to be from the wife of the McAir household.
Okay. Did they run away? Was that the house that we went to?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, this appears to be the journal of Laura McAir.
Is that in our handouts now?
Ow.
I just popped it up, so everyone should see it.
The list of NPCs popped up for me.
Yes. It has all the people of names that you've met.
Right, but Xerix gave me the journal.
Mm-hmm.
Is that in here?
No, I didn't create a handout for that.
Okay.
I got lazy. I was prepping for too many outcomes, and so I wasn't able to really get detailed with all the sites that I was potentially preparing for.
Okay.
Okay. Well, Xerix is down in the tent site. You've checked out this tent. In here, you can see the same thing. There is a chest. In there as well. There's a few chests and crates and barrels in these.
Did he go down without telling anyone else?
Mm-hmm.
Okay. I'll go over and say that there's no one, and that we're gonna go look at the camp. When I get to like this fork, do I lose the tracks?
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
Like they go into the camp, or they're just gone?
They're just gone. Like when you get to this fork in the road, they kind of just, there's too much water here.
All right. Then I'll go in here and I'll look through these. I guess there's these two tents over here.
Mm-hmm.
Xerix will attempt to unlock the second chest.
Gosh, why is this not working?
Oops.
The
Because you
Lithius
want it to.
token. Like, I don't understand why he's not able to move it.
Oh, there we go.
You able to do it?
Yeah, it worked now.
Here. Okay.
I don't know why the last one didn't.
No worries. All right. So in this, you go to look at the chest, and there is no lock. You're able to just open it. Inside, you find 3 toy diamonds made out of wood and painted white. The paint is fading. You find what appears to be a note written in crayon, and it is labeled "Deed to the Windmill." And it's like, what windmill? You haven't seen any windmills.
Oh, jeez.
And it's written, written in crayon. And there's like, you see like this, there's like 2 signatures on there, and one is written in like a bright hot pink crayon color. And then it ends with a little heart. And then there's a very proper inked signature of the late Lord McAir. You find a set of girls' clothes, a very frilly dress. You find a set of bloomers. You find a whole bunch of rocks. None of them seem to be worth anything. They're just various colors of rocks. And you find 13 copper pieces.
I'm sorry.
You could buy a stick of gum with that money.
It just seemed,
Worthless colored rocks.
I wasn't gonna do it until you said 13 copper, and I was like, oh,
Oh.
perfect. Wow.
Let's see. Anyone else investigating a tent?
Yeah, I'm looking at these two on the left over here.
Okay. In the striped one, you find a table, a bedroll that is rolled up, strapped to a chair. You find a small crate in there. It is not locked if you want to open it.
Sure.
Okay.
I thought you were gonna continue first and then let me know what.
No, I'm just reading the items. You find 12 silver pieces. You find a piece of a crystal that has a red hue to it. You find a small knife, most likely used for whittling. Whittling?
Yes.
You find 13 mice teeth. Mouse teeth? Mice teeth. And you find a bunch of lint.
You said a red crystal?
Yes, a
Does it
piece of
look-
a red crystal.
Does it look familiar?
It kind of does, actually. It's not as vibrant a red as the red crystals that you found in the drug den, or in the mine. But you can tell that you get the sense that they're from the same kind of formation.
Okay. I will keep the piece of crystal.
You don't want the 13 mice teeth?
Or the whittle knife.
Or the 12 silver.
I mean, I'll take the silver.
Okay. Okay. Anyone else rolling an investigation?
Yeah.
The tents.
Yeah.
Okay. In this, which tent are you investigating?
Um.
The big one?
Yeah, the big one.
Oh, dang. Lithius, which one are you going to investigate? These, I'll go ahead and mark the ones that have been investigated. Because that natural 20 is important. Ayra, you're searching this one?
Mm-hmm.
10. You see that this seems to be full of supplies for camping. You see there's like a lot of shovels and weaponry. There's also like barrels. When you open them up, they're like barrels of grain and seed and food. A lot of it has spoiled. You also find a barrel full of coal. So it's about 5 pounds of coal. You find a sewing kit. In the sewing kit, it has a striped handkerchief, a spool of thread. It has a set of needles, and it has small scissors. You also find a map of Caer Callidere, but it is a different kind of map. Let me create your map for you. It's a map. It's a map. Okay. You should be able to see it now. Do you see it? Ira, campsite map. It should be at the top, above the drowned crew.
Oh, yeah.
Okay. I'm going to move it to just the maps area for you.
Okay.
And on this map, I'm going to point out where there's kind of like an X of like where the campsite is, like it's labeled campsite.
Mhm.
So when you look at the map, you look at Caer Callidere, and then there's the red line headed south.
Mhm.
The campsite appears to be near Horsa. There's like just like an X marked on Horsa, and then it's labeled campsite.
Okay.
Just so you know where you are. Okay. And that is everything that you find. All right. Lithius. Interesting. Okay. With that natural 20, which campsite are you investigating?
Is who is that? Oh, I see. Probably the rightmost looking one, like the
This one?
awning.
Okay. Okay. You find a set of very shimmery chainmail. You get the sense that this is something special. You also find a pouch of trinkets. When you open the pouch up, it's full of bird feathers. You find a tin spoon. You find a vial of ink. You find a chest full of papers, quills, and ink vials. And you find 1 gold coin. You find 12 copper pieces. And that's it. You also find like a lot of cutlery, like spoons and knives and stuff.
Okay, that's good. Yeah.
So the
Uh,
chainmail that you found, I would say you probably recognize it as Elven chain.
oh,
You know that this is just like really fancy armor. Made of interlocking metal rings, a chain shirt is worn between layers of clothing or leather. This armor offers modest protection to the wearer's upper body and allows the sound of the rings rubbing against one another to be muffled out by outer layers. You gain a +1 bonus to AC while you wear this armor. You are considered proficient with this armor, even if you lack proficiency with medium armor.
oh, shoot. Okay. I was gonna say I can't wear armor. Who's our? Oh, but I can't go on Taylor because unarmored defense. Xerix, what class are you?
Rogue.
Do you have decent armor?
I have a +1 leather chest. So, better than the worst.
Okay, I'll pick it up for now.
Okay.
And I'll also take the 13 copper. I don't think I'm interested in writing or the bird feathers.
I mean, that's fair. Okay, cool. Bloop, bloop. Three other tents if you want to search them. They're small tents, usually for people camping in. Kalas is going to look at the fire and say, like, I mean, if it weren't so spooky, this would be a great camping site. It's just weird that they, like, I don't know, didn't tear down their camping site.
What did? How often did they say they came here? I don't remember.
Every year, I think.
That seems like not very often to leave up camping stuff. And it's all lightweight. It's not like it's. Well, I guess the barrels aren't. If you were going to have an established camping site, you would probably have something more substantial and sturdy. Judging that it's raining right now. Stuff.
Did these islands usually get a lot of rain? Like, I mean, I guess islands can get a lot of rain, but I had always thought this was like a vacation site. You know, the go to the islands for the summer kind of get thing. Get away. Okay, with the 13, you find. Oh, God. You find a leash and a collar of a pet. The collar has a name tag on it named Sparky. You also find a small cloth doll skewered with needles. You find a broken flute. You find glasses. And you find a barrel full of expired jerky. And both expired jerky barrel. With your 14, you find a whistle, a heavy iron key.
I had a 15. Xerix had a 14.
Yeah, with Xerix's 14.
Oh, you said Geldloth.
Sorry, excuse me. Xerix's 14. He finds a whistle, a heavy iron key, a box of candles, a mess kit, and a golden yellow topaz gem. And then Geldloth. If you're searching this tent, go ahead and roll an investigation for me. Wait. Wasn't the 15 for this tent?
No, I rolled it after.
Oh, okay, for this tent. Okay. So Geldloth, in this tent, you see a campsite. You see that this tent is different from the others. You see that the bedroll is still out. It's not rolled away, put away. You see that there's 2 buckets in this. And when you enter this tent, it smells awful. Go ahead and roll a Constitution save for me. Nice. Despite the smell, you are able to keep the contents of your stomach inside. And you see that there are bottles, full and empty, of healing potions in this tent. You see that there is a bucket that is obviously creating the smell, appears to be full of human waste, vomit, the other stuff. And you see that there is a bucket of brackish water. There's, when you're looking at the bottles, there's like 20 bottles of just glass bottles that are empty on a table in this room. And you find 5 that are still full.
Five glass bottles that are still full?
Yes, they're full of a red liquid that you recognize to be healing.
Okay. Clearly the 15 were supposed to bucket. We're supposed to for the bucket and stuff. Okay, so the buckets...
You find a bad smell. Buckets.
Buckets. I'll take 5. I'll take the 5 full. They still have the plastic wrap on the top, indicating that they have been not tampered with.
Sure. Yeah. Like they seem to be good still. Like their corks are in, and it looks like the wax seal is still on them.
So
Hasn't
the
been broken.
quality assurance.
I mean, yeah, you know.
Okay, yeah, I'll take the 5.
If you're desperate for healing,
I'll take the 5 full, and then I'll take 5 of the empty bottles.
okay.
About how much would they weigh?
Healing potions like half a pound, right? I don't know.
Half a pound. Okay.
Quarter of a pound?
Okay. So, question: like potions of healing, the various strengths. Is it just the quality of the contents, or is it the amount of potion,
Ooh, that's a good question.
or both?
Each one has just one use, so it's probably just the quality of the liquid inside.
Just how concentrated it is.
How good the magic is.
Yeah. So out of these 5 full, 2 of these you can tell are a greater healing.
Oh.
And the other 3 are just your basic level healing. A lot of the empty vials, they appear to have been in a fancier bottle, which indicated like premium healing, platinum healing, gold tier healing, silver tier. You ended up with basic tier, and 2 of the silver tier.
So you said, you said I took 5 of the empty bottles, and then you said
Yes.
I had 3 of the regular and 2 greater, or 3 greater and 2 regular?
2 greater, 3 regular.
2. Okay, that's what I thought.
So 3 potion of healing, and then 2 of greater healing, I believe is what it's called.
Yes.
Isn't it greater potion of healing?
It's potion of greater.
Oh. Okie dokie.
4d4 plus 4.
Weird. Why doesn't it...
It's not in the compendium, but... And a lot of the empty bottles were the nicer potions.
No S tier for you.
Yeah.
Someone got.
And that's the campsite. Kalas is gonna kind of come over and be like, so, find anything good? Like, do you know who owned this campsite? Or is
I
this
would
just like
believe
a community?
It with destination vacation spot for one of the locals at Geldloth.
Hmm.
Weird.
Unfortunately, we found the male side of the family was turned by whatever is corrupting people, and then we heard that the female side of the family had gone to the mainland in search for medicine.
Oh. What? So you say turned? Like, what happened to them?
Did she see any when we rescued her? Like any of the creatures? I don't remember. Did we
No.
fight them?
They
No?
were just cultists.
Okay.
Cultists in a goblin.
So we think that the cultists that have captured you are turning dead bodies into very gruesome creatures. And we don't know if it's necromancy or if it's just mutations itself. So we're looking into that as well as all this other stuff we have to do.
Well, so were they involved with the cultists, or like, I guess, how is the campsite connected to them turning?
Can
Or are they connected? I don't know.
I remember hearing about the herb in the forest from the house, right? There was something about herbs in this forest that were like they touched or something and the boy got sick, right?
That's
If
you.
so, like the red not was it flower or berries?
Well, so that's the thing that's people are putting over their house. But in the girl's diary, she said, after camping in the woods for a week, brother started coughing a bunch. Mother is concerned, but father says he'll be fine. No need for a doctor. I hear brother coughing in the middle of the night, though.
Okay, so there wasn't any kind of like he went off and collected some stuff and got sick. Okay, I was just gonna be like, maybe I can look around to see if there's any signs of what caused the sickness for him. I could still do that, but I don't know if it'd be useless or not.
Am I blind? Apparently, there's only potion of healing in the compendium. There's not any of the others.
The greater healing is just 4d4 plus 4,
Yes.
I believe.
Yeah, but I'm just saying, like,
I don't have like all the fancy books that Alex
Oh.
does.
okay. 'Cause
'Cause
it's-
I have them in real life, but I don't want to pay for digital ones, you know?
Right.
Yeah. I don't want to pay for that fake shit.
So I guess one final look around. Xerix wants to search for anything that connects them to something that made the boy ill, because we suspect that was the last time they were here, right?
Mm-hmm.
So there should be something. I guess maybe the Xerix doesn't know, but the sick buckets, the vomit.
No,
the
yeah.
waste.
So when you're going through the tent, you all kind of end up where Geldloth is, and you see and smell. I guess you would smell this tent first. You can tell that there is a foul smell coming from this tent. And you see the disarray that it is in, and the vials on the ground, as well as the
So they must
bed.
have been attempting to heal him in this tent, where he
Something
stayed
like
last
that.
before they head back.
I have a question.
Mhm.
In my item, in my inventory, I apparently have a 30-pound old goblin.
Why?
I don't know. What is an old goblin?
Didn't you take one as hostage?
That's
When you-
probably, yeah,
The
maybe.
campsite fight?
Yeah, where you guys were in the
Or
goblin caves with the mining. the goblin mining caves just before you found Colossus.
How's he doing?
Like
Um,
is he alive? Is he dead?
I don't
Old
have
goblin.
I don't have a bag of holding, but I put him in my inventory.
I'm gonna say he's probably been passed out this entire time.
He's just chilling on my back.
Yeah, I guess.
All right.
He's just his little head sticking out and nobody's noticed.
It's just a newfangled backpack. It's in the shape of a goblin.
Yeah, that's what everyone thought.
Sorry, it just caught my attention when I was.
Oh, you also have a potion of heightened senses.
I got a lot of potions.
And a potion of poison.
And a potion of vitality, and I already had a potion of healing. Now I have 4 potions of healing and 2 potions of greater healing, and I have 5 large bottles of iridescent liquid.
You got slippers of spider climbing and a staff of the python and seashells, and you're just a little hoarder.
And I have a small blue sphere, and then I have a familiar-looking crystal sphere. So,
If anyone needed the bag of holding, you should definitely get a bag of holding.
the bag of trinkets.
Oh, that's true. You did have a bag of trinkets.
Well, no, I'm saying like this is I have a backpack of trinkets.
Oh yeah, there's a goblin in there. Just a
Old
passed
goblin.
out old goblin.
30-pound old goblin with an owlbear beak from an adult and owlbear feathers 1.
Very good. Yeah. So I guess I will leave this up to you, clever detectives. You all see.
Clever's a bit of a stretch.
Well, you guys found the journal.
When we found him in the
Um,
house, I don't remember. Was he like oozing, or was he just like? Was he?
It's like a mummified zombie creature.
Okay.
That attacked us.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Just ugly, bad.
Look, like, we came here to look for what happened to the boy. It's like our ultimate goal, not
Well,
just what happened to the boy, but what happened to the family.
We came to look into why the forest was so dangerous. Like more than normal.
So we
I thought we talked to someone who said that there was something in the forest.
mayor
They,
sent
like,
here.
Yeah, the mayor sent you guys here
Okay.
to go see because they haven't been able to let anyone into the forest because people don't return.
But like when we were talking about after we had investigated the house, we wanted to find out what the illness the boy caught was, and we wanted to go here and search around because he doesn't get that sick just by being. So was it cultists or was it something like unnatural in the forest?
Which can we deduce from everything that we gathered? Like, which tent was the boys?
You can deduce that the boy
Yeah,
got
it's-
sick, and this is obviously his tent.
Yeah, because they tried to heal him. He was vomiting and pooping and all that stuff in there. And
All the
they
flu
had,
symptoms.
They had 15 empty bottles of healing potions that they were giving to him, but it wasn't working.
Okay.
Let me
So
type
this
that real
was
quick.
this was probably the parents or the wife, at least, because I found her notebook. This was the little girls. These two were just like supply tents. This was the boys, and one of these two was probably the dads. Dad slept in the tents.
Okay. There's a journal, right?
Yes,
Can we read the?
Yes, I'm
She'll
adding
make
the last journey right now. I'm doing it right now. So Xerix had found a wet journal full of Caladir gossip and drama. Near the end of the journal, it seems to be bashing on her husband about his financial ruin. And shady dealings.
That's fair.
Honoring the family name.
Like, I was just wondering if it says anywhere in the diary like what they were doing.
To the party, do we know like the general area with where the boy went before he got sick, so we could like go there to investigate?
Well, there was something about drinking from the well.
So should we look for a well,
Yeah.
or was it the well in town, or was it the well in the forest?
No, I think it was in the journal. It said they ran out of water while camping and had to get some from the well, I think.
So
I'm
we
not entirely sure.
should go and find a well.
Yeah.
So Xerix can drink from it and see if it's poison.
Okay. Boop, boop, boop. I'm going to just put it in everyone's journals and show to players. So, a wet journal full of Caladir gossip and drama. Near the end of the journal seems to bash on her husband about his financial ruin and shady dealings, dishonoring the family name. The last entry reads, "Of course, my dear husband did not bring enough potable water, so he and my son are headed to the well to get some. Hopefully it is safe to drink, but I'm sure the many healing potions we brought will help with any problematic or embarrassing issues we encounter. Maybe the gods will bless us with rain to quench our thirst."
Died of dysentery.
Oh no!
And all the waste in the bucket.
Yeah, that's like taking antibiotics to cure a virus.
Too bad they didn't have a cleric or a paladin with them.
Yeah. Cleanse.
Yeah.
Well,
Good
now we have
meal.
2?
Yeah, you guys should be fine. You can drink the water. Get on in there. Drink that water. See what happens.
No, thanks.
All right, so let's find a well, I guess.
Wait, do I have the...
Find the dead body floating in it.
Well.
Oh, it's over there. I see it.
I have purified food and drink.
Yeah, exactly. Healing potions aren't going to help you purify, like, contaminated water.
All right.
And they did,
No.
obviously were wealthy, so they didn't know that you should boil it.
Is it still raining?
Yeah. I mean, I don't think it's still raining around you guys, but the world is still wet, yes.
I'm gonna go over here and look and see if I can see anything. What's my view just like? How far can I see?
I mean, you can see everything. It's daytime.
All right, from this vantage point, can I see the well?
I mean, you can tell that there's the path, and there's a little pathway over here that's leading to stuff.
So I walk over here. I'm trying to see it. I mean, I can clearly see that there's a well here, but can my character see that there's a well?
Oh.
Yeah.
I couldn't see that well.
It's all well and good. I'll go back over towards the group and say that there's a well on the other side of this path.
Well.
I've been talking about let's go look for a well for like 5 minutes, and then I move the map down, and it's like, oh, it's right there.
Yeah, I was getting a little worried. I was like, "Did they not see it? Do I have dynamic lighting on?"
How do you do the thing?
Yeah,
with you,
I was focusing on the campsite. I didn't scroll down, so
No worries. That's great. Yeah, you found well. New location unlocked.
And there's blood.
Yeah, there is blood. You see a fresh trail of blood leading to this well. There's also drag marks
to or from?
to the well. Oh God, could you imagine from the well?
I mean, something could have crawled out. This might be the ring.
Oh God. Didn't even think about that. Hold on, let me change this encounter. You look down the well and you see a form emerge from the shadows crawling up. I hate it.
It has been 7 days since we got here.
Oh no!
It's been
1 week.
since you looked at me.
Open your eyes and tell me what you see.
Okay.
Yeah, there's well. There's blood signs around well. It is well.
Xerix will take out his dagger and peer down the well.
Yeah, well, I was gonna ask, is it still covered, or is it covered, or is it open?
No, it's open. There is a cover, but it's open.
All right, I will walk up behind Xerix and kind of hold him when he peers over, so that if he gets grabbed, he won't get snatched down in there.
The rest of the party's just hanging out in the campsite.
Or
No, I would have followed to the
we
well.
still have that torch.
I gave it to Lithius.
Why did you turn on shadows? So
The day goes. It's now 3 p.m.
Do you know where your children are?
They're in the well. Okay. Go ahead,
Spoilers.
everyone who's investigating well. Go ahead and well, so you're looking down the well, yeah?
Hell yeah.
Yeah. Xerix, you can tell there's something down there, and that this well goes much deeper than you think it does. Like you can hear the sound of wind coming from this well.
It goes beyond my 60 feet of dark vision.
Yeah.
Nice.
can you see water in there?
Go ahead and roll a perception check for me.
If there's wind coming.
I mean,
from
there's
it,
rain, but yeah, there's definitely wind coming from it, like a kind of sound.
Can I send my fishy down?
Sure.
It won't go out. It's
Okay. You pick up a rock and you drop it down, and you're counting. 1,
Fool of a pip.
15, 16. You get to 30.
Fool of a took. That's right.
And you hear the distant sound with your, what are you? Snake ears?
the holes in the side of my head, I guess.
Yeah. Are they ears? Are they? Yeah. With those things, you hear the faint drop of water, as you can tell the rock is hitting something wet.
No, we hear the sound of the drums of the orcs.
I think it hit a cave troll.
Oh no! Run!
You fool.
Troll!
Fly, you fools.
Fly, you fools! That's what Joff said to Lithius. He said, "Fly, you fool!"
There's a
And
troll in the dungeon. Just
and
thought you
Lithius
should
took
know.
it literally. He was like, "Oh, good idea."
well.
Well,
As long as everyone's here, we're gonna be like, so, are we done for now? Should we detect this out and go down it?
I think so. I mean, how deep is it? We could probably go down, right? We got rope. Anyone have rope?
I have 100 feet of rope.
Oh, but that's probably enough. I think I have some rope. They tied me up with rope.
I know I have Bailey's rope, but I don't remember if I had my own.
Yeah, you do. It's 50 feet of
Oh
rope.
yeah, I do.
And
So I have
Shadow
100.
had rope in her bag of hoarding.
Is there anything anywhere nearby to tie this rope? Like either
There's a tree right here, and
Yeah.
there's big heavy rock here.
tree's probably more sturdy.
And rock?
Well, the rope might slip over the rock. Well, the rope won't slip over the tree.
True.
Or I can just hold it.
Well,
Well, if we're all going down, I can't really hold it.
Oh, are we all going down?
Xerix will head down first, if that makes you feel better. He will tie both 50 feet of rope together, so it makes 100 feet. And then
okay, let's roll a survival for that tying.
tie it to the tree as well.
This one's 20 feet away. This one's 20 feet away. This one's...
I do a good job.
How I also have rope. And I said I would tie mine to his, and then I will...
Okay, so you have 200 feet of rope. You tie the ropes together really well, Jim.
Okay, yeah.
You were on that boat for like a month, and you learned some things about rope tying. Xerix, however, did not. But that's fine.
I'm doing
I don't know
this.
if Xerix... Yeah, Xerix has like full confidence. Was like, I did a great job. I'm going to go down first.
Jim's like, you sure did, as he's tying it more securely.
Okay, let's
turn
do
a
this.
slip knot into a square knot.
Who's going down first? Who's climbing down rope first?
Xerix.
Okay, Xerix, roll an athletics for me? No? Wait, hold on. Let me double check this.
Oh.
I feel like it should be acrobatics with rope.
I mean, if you're
No,
like,
maybe it is athletics.
If you're like if it's like the strength in your arms to let yourself down, unless we're doing the whole thing where like you have the rope where you do it around your foot twice, and then you can just slowly let it out as you go down. I don't know.
With that survival roll, I don't think Xerix knows about that technique.
Yeah.
So he'll just go down normally. But he will have a backup plan. If he slips and falls, he's going to cast Misty Step as soon as he can see the ground within 30 feet.
Why don't you
Nice.
just free fall then anyway, and you can be fucking Nightcrawler.
Well, go ahead and roll that athletics for me.
I don't want to like use up a spell slot if I don't need to.
Yeah.
Just
Because I will need to.
You are going down this rope, and you get about 15 feet down, still in the tunnel, and then you start to feel your grip loosen, and you start speeding down this rope as you're trying to slow yourself down, but it's hot. The rope is so hot, and it's like giving you rope burn. And after 30 feet, the tunnel disperses, and you open into a wide cavern. But it's still just darkness down below. And as you are going down this rope, you go down 100 feet, 120 feet, 150 feet, 170 feet, and you get to near the end of the rope. You can see the end of the rope, and you start to see the edge of the bottom. And what you see... I'll go ahead and move your token there. I'm going to go ahead and have you roll a dexterity save for me to see if you're able to catch yourself and cast your spell of Misty Step as you lose out on rope.
22.
Is he? You said he's
Nice.
falling at this point.
He's going down. He's not able to control his speed, is what's happening. I don't know if he's yelling.
Bandai!
Oh shit!
Oh God! Okay, edit. Paste.
What do we say to the faith of death? How about tomorrow?
No! Why? Okay.
Oh. What did the devout followers of the yeast god say to him? Raise
Rise.
be. What does he say to them? Rise and follow me.
Okay. I'm gonna move this to map layer.
Well, he
There we
has
go.
risen.
You are able to cast yourself Misty Step, and you end up here. Do you yell anything when you just Misty Step down the rest of the 30 feet to get to the top of this pile?
Not at first, because this is not a site that I want to disturb whatever is down here. How long is... I actually have something pretty cool.
Who's going down next? Down the
hold
rope.
on.
Okay.
Where it's... You said it was 200 feet down?
So you got to the end of the rope, and it was about another extra 30 feet. Let's say 20 feet. You can survive a 20-foot fall.
How far did he fall?
He fell. What he wages, he ran out of rope, which was 200 rope, 200 foot of rope. He ran out of the rope and was near the bottom, but it wasn't enough to go all the way down to the bottom.
Okay.
So he used his Misty Step to teleport.
Yeah.
Basically 20 feet.
Did he say anything when he was going down at all, ever?
That's what we're waiting to determine.
Not when he was at the bottom, but like when he was running out of rope or whatever.
Can I say that he before going down into the well, he used his mind to telepathically talk to Geldloth and say like if I die, don't take my stuff.
Don't take my stuff.
Yeah.
And
Just be like, in your mind, Geldloth. You've experienced that before because he talked to you in the campsite. But
well, I
yeah.
mean, I've got the same thing, so right back at you.
Okay. Since he does that, he has
And I'll be like, yep.
speech,
Oh.
which lasts a minute, but it goes within 4 miles. Yeah. So as long as I'm within 4 miles, I can telepathically link myself to him, and he'll say, "Oh shit. So be careful, because you might not be able to catch yourself like I did. There's a lot of bodies down here."
Lost. It's gonna be like, okay, I'm coming down now. And she's
Well, no, this is just Geldloth.
Oh, okay. Well, Kalas is starting to go down the rope.
Okay.
She's gonna be like, I think it's too long. He might need healing, and she's gonna go down to offer help, in case he didn't make it, because I don't think we heard sounds. She definitely didn't. She's gonna.
Geldloth would have been like right at the edge. What do we tie the rope to?
Tree?
Like this tree?
Yep.
All right, yeah. So Geldloth would have been here and would have been looking to see if like the rope ever went slack, and when it did, he would look over the edge, and clearly not be able to see down because he does not have dark sight.
Yeah, no, it's just pitch black.
And do I know that I can talk back with you with telepathic speech, or is it just the one you and the chosen creature can speak?
With each other. Well, 2 of you are within number of miles. 4. We don't have long, but
Okay.
yeah, it looks pretty bad down here.
All right. Like a lot of bones, bad or?
Oh yeah.
Oh.
I
Um.
don't know if
Alright,
I've seen
well-
this many people before in one place.
Are you able to reach the rope?
You
It's-
hear a faint scream. Geldloth has a, oh shit! And Xerix, you see the tiefling come falling down as she like loses out on the rope and just crushes into the pile, just like.
Ah.
Jeez. She take
All right, let's go.
26.
We gotta.
Yeah. Not 20. It's only 1d6 per 10 feet.
Right, but
So
you
it's
said
not
it was
awful.
like 170 feet, right? At least.
Well, yeah, but she didn't realize that the end of the rope didn't, go all the way down. So when she got to that point, it was a surprise to her.
Oh, so
And so she
how?
takes 2d6.
I guess did you say how far it was?
Yeah, you guys added 200 feet of rope, and it's 220. So there's only
I see.
20 feet less of rope.
All right.
So she only takes 2d6. So she only takes 9.
When she goes
I see.
down, I'm gonna be
She-
like, all right, whatever, and we're gonna have a conversation about, whatever. She's still going, and then I'm gonna turn back to the other two and say, do you have more rope? To these two, like, do either of them have rope?
I do.
All right. I'm not really one.
I also have rope.
I'm a little too heavy to hold myself, but the rope doesn't reach all the way to the ground. So the last person needs to be able to tie more rope, if possible. I'm not sure if either you trust yourself enough or if I should just take the gamble. But if we go down, it's like 20 feet or something like that, and we're not going to be able to climb back up. Not that I'm not sure if either of us could climb up 180 feet of tunnel in the first place. So
I can give it a shot because worst case I can fly back out. I still
right.
have enough storm magic left, so
all
take
right,
my
well,
fish out.
Well, I'm going down after this crazy chick who just fucking jumped down. But
She goes to Xerix. She's like, Xerix, God, do you need healing? Are you okay? We didn't
then-
hear anything from you.
and then like right as I hear her like going, oh, I'm gonna go over and go start rappelling.
Okay, go ahead and roll an athletics for me. Got to beat a 10.
What a bar. Fuck me. Okay. This
I
is
mean,
what roll.
you're going down. I think the difficulty would be higher if you have to climb up, but
Yeah,
yeah, you make it. You get down and you're able to control your speed really well, and you're making sure not to burn your hands. Being dragonborn, you already have tough skin anyways. Fire doesn't really bother you anyway.
I'm also a gym dragon, so I'm not sure if that's like even tougher.
JYM. Yeah, you were like you're a PE teacher.
I'm actually a gym. I'm actually a gym dragonborn. JEM
Yeah.
or GEM.
a gem.
Yes.
So like amethyst.
Oh, I see.
Yeah.
Hard skin. I thought we were going with gym teacher.
No,
You know
but
how
that's why
you've
people-
been
Had
around
to
rope
do the rope
climbing
climb.
before.
That's why.
Yeah.
That's why his name is Geldloth. That's why people call him Jim, though, because he's a.
Oh, this is a
We've had this epiphany twice now.
probably. It's been 2 years. Yeah, no, you make it down and you come to the end of the rope and you see that there's about a 20-foot descent still. You don't have dark vision, do you?
You're at the end of your rope.
You're at the end of the line.
But I figure like if I'm doing this standard like rappelling with it between my feet and
Mhm.
going, I'd realize like I'd feel when I get to the end, it kind of slip a little bit and hold on to the end, and then would go
You're
as
trying
far
tie the
towards my hands as I could. I don't have the rope with me because I
Oh.
didn't think I'd be able to hold myself up and tie the rope at the same time because I weigh too much.
Okay.
'Cause
Well,
I weigh like 200 pounds, so
are you going to just take the
200.
damage, 2d6 fall damage, or do you want to do something?
Well,
Do
he's a
I-
monk, right? So
Yeah,
he can
I'm
do
a monk.
slow fall.
yeah, I got
Yeah.
slow fall. Yeah, so Yeah. So I reduce the amount equal to 5 times my monk level. So I'll just nimbly fall.
Okay. So it's 2d6 minus half, right?
No, 2d6 minus 5 times my monk level. So I'm level 7, so 35 damage. I can mitigate.
Okay. Yeah, you would have only taken 6 damage, so you're fine.
Okay.
You gracefully land into this pile of.
Superman pose. Superman pose.
Let me move you down.
Xerix will give Kalas his healing potion. Because she asked for healing, and that's the best he can do.
No, she's offering you healing.
Oh, I thought she said I was hurt, or she said I'm hurt.
No,
I need healing.
You were.
no, she was like, she has like pulling bones out of like her legs, so just like because she took some damage in the pile, and she was like, "Oh God, Xerix, are you okay? Do you need healing? We didn't hear you."
For a second, I thought that like I was in pitch black, and I was like, "Can you just ping where my character is?" Because I know I don't have dark vision. And then I zoomed all the way out, and I saw the tiny little dot where I was.
There you are.
Yeah.
Right here.
But you can't see anything because it's pitch black.
Can he
You
not?
haven't.
I
He
don't
doesn't
have dark
have dark
vision.
vision.
There's no light down here.
Do your tokens have the vision active right now?
Yeah, they
I
do.
do.
I can see. I can see
Okay.
the like to here. In a circle.
Geldloth should just be able to see 30 feet, right?
I
Yeah,
can
30
see-
feet
I
is
can-
what it's set at.
Yeah, I
You can
can
see
see.
30 feet.
I can see this far.
Okay.
But should I be able to see it all though? It's a
No, I mean, I think it would be. I would say Kalas would probably. Tieflings don't have dark vision, so I would
Maybe-
see her casting a light spell, just the light cantrip.
she is.
Yeah.
All right, she's got no fucking nothing scares her. I see. Okay, that's good.
Except other people getting hurt, which Xerix did not. Xerix is just gonna like look at himself like, do I look hurt?
I
She's
go. Up
be impressed.
Um,
She's like, oh damn.
I'm gonna go up to Colossus, when she casts light and be like, "Can you like hold that down a little bit? Because I
Oh.
don't know what the fuck is down here."
Okay, I can put it out. I'll just put it out.
You don't,
It's a
have to, you, don't
cantrip.
have to, you don't have to put it out. Oh, sure, if you want to, that's fine. Or like put it under like a cloth or something, so it's like really dim.
Sure. I'm gonna move the rest of the tokens there. You guys can't see anything yet, hopefully, but okay.
And
And-
then I'm gonna hand her 2 potions of healing if she didn't have any already.
She doesn't. She didn't have like really anything.
I'm gonna say
And
like,
make
"Hey,
sure to
since you're
keep
so
it down. The cave is gonna echo.
So you handed her 2 potions of healing.
is she so keen on putting herself in danger?"
Well, she is a medic and didn't hear anything and
she's
was
a
like,
fucking-
"Oh no."
She's a fucking psychopath.
Yeah. Sure.
Actually, I'll give her 3. No, I'll give her 2 and 1 of the graders.
She's gonna be like, "Oh, okay, I'll use this in case you guys go down."
Just a warning: they don't work for dysentery or for if you're puking up blood and turn into a zombie.
Yeah, I know that. I figured. Like, you
Okay.
have to use the purify spell.
Sure.
I'm not some ignorant cleric, you know.
Well,
Okay.
That's some
You
ignorant
went down.
rogue.
I'm not some rube. Who's next to go down the ladder or not the ladder, the rope?
It would have been.
I'll go. I have to.
Okay.
The rest of the room.
Lithius, go ahead and roll an athletics for me.
I also just want to note, after the camp, I haven't seen anything. So
Yeah,
I don't know what it's supposed
I
to.
just moved you guys here to the main map so I can just.
So it's athletics.
Yes.
Hey, Xerix, you have dark vision, right?
Nice.
Yes, I can see in the dark.
Is there anything on the ceiling?
I can't see that far.
Okay.
That's-
Lithius, you get down nimbly on the rope. No issue for you as you've been on the ships for the last 6 months. So you've been climbing and going down ropes, you know, you have all this extra training. And you get to the end of the rope. How do you want to descend the rest of the 20 feet down? Are you the one
Tie
tying
the
the rope?
rest of my rope
Sure.
to it.
Give me a survival with advantage. As you've been on a ship, so you know how to tie knots. Hell yeah. You tie the rest of this rope perfectly in a nice, what's it called? It's like there's a special kind of knot that you can do where it's like, it just gets tighter the more you
Square
pull
knot.
A
it.
square knot.
Square knot, yes. That, you learn on the ship, and you descend the rest of the way down. And let me get your token on. You see?
Nope.
Not yet. Let me turn your.
Oh,
dark-
zoom all the way out. You're on like you're.
I am zoomed all the way out. I see a
Do you
black
have dark
square.
vision?
I do.
Okay, 60 feet.
Look on the very
See
like
anything
top.
now?
Yes, now I see it.
Very good. Ayra, you're up. Everyone else has descended down the well. The rope is nicely tight.
Taut.
Do I get advantage for being a sailor?
Yeah, I'll give you advantage for climbing.
Athletics, right?
This map,
Yep.
map is bonk. Is this mist or water or
14.
Yeah, you make it down. You kind of get a little stumbled as you feel you pass the knot. You kind of have to take your time, but you descend down perfectly without taking any fall damage.
Woohoo!
You on this map.
Yahoo?
Boop. Okay, you all enter the cavern.
Sorry.
Colossus is going to emit some light. And the light spell does 10 feet. So can you guys see a little more now? By chance?
It's only 10.
No, it's not much, is it? Touch one object that is no larger than 10 feet in any until the spell ends. Object sheds. Oh, no, excuse me, 20 feet. It's 20 feet that the light
It's
spell does.
20 plus
No,
20.
bigger.
20 bright and 20 dim.
Oh, okay.
Well, currently my field of view is 30, so you need to turn off dark vision for me, or
20.
I'm not sure how that works.
And then low light is 20, right?
Yes.
Can everyone see a little better now?
Well, I can see further than that, but
Yeah. But you can see the Colossus light.
yes, I can see it.
Okay, cool. Yeah,
Oh,
you
yeah,
all
okay.
are standing on a big pile of what appears to be old remains as well as fresh remains. And the smell is awful. And I think we'll end it here, guys.
Bummer.
Right before Xerix loots the dead
Spooky.
bodies.
Do we hear anything?
I mean, you hear the sound of wind, you hear the trickle of water. It's spooky cave sounds.
Okay. Spoopy. Spooky, scary skeletons.
Cool.
Yay!